This is the real AirPod Pro, which costs about around $200, whereas this AirPod Pro is the fake one I got off of Wish for about 20 bucks. The sound quality of the buttons, I'm gonna press the left one. You can't even hear that. Where I press the right one, it's loud. You can be waking up the whole plane with that. So, yo, what is up, guys? It's justjonmckin, and we are back for another YouTube video. In this video, I actually have fake AirPods versus real AirPods. So I just wanted to do a comparison and honestly just help you kind of find out if you got fake AirPods, or even, you know, just show you what AirPods are about, the fake ones, if you're interested in them. So in front of me, I have two boxes. I'm actually gonna let you guys see it. I have these two boxes, and one of these is the fake AirPod Pro box, and one of them is a real one. So I'm going to show the one on my left hand first. So this is the first box. This is what it looks like, you know, in the front. A little side view. Other side, you wanna look at the top, look at the bottom, look at the back. All right, box number one. All right, then we got box number two. I think I got some stuff on box number two. Here we go, boom. Side, other side, that side, bottom, and the back. All right, so I'm pretty sure you can tell just by the box that obviously this pair is the fake pair of AirPods. So there's a pretty big distinction between the two boxes. Again, the real AirPods box has the Apple labeling on the side of the box and has like some AirPod Pro lettering as well, whereas the real one, it's really like a cheap material. It's pretty much just like a regular shoebox, so to speak, and it has like all this weird QR stuff on it, which is obviously not real. What Apple has kind of this more local, more official looking tagging, and then even the back. The back is pretty much almost identical, other than Apple actually has their address on the back at the very bottom right here. At the very bottom right here, Apple actually has their address, whereas with the fake AirPods, that area is left blank. So just a quick way to tell the difference between the two, sorry, gotta put it right, between the two fake AirPods and the real AirPod Pros. So the first one right here is the real one. I'm just gonna unleash the real one first. Why not? The real one is sitting right here, just to show you what that looks like. Had that behind the box. This is the real Apple AirPod Pro. Give you that little click sound. All right, this is the real one. Just want to take note of that. This is the real AirPod Pro. Then over here we have the fake one. We have the fake AirPod Pros right here. This is what it looks like in the back. But this is the fake AirPod Pro. This is what it looks like. You want to see the front, the sides. And yeah, we got the little sound test. All right, cool. So yeah, this is the fake. This is the real. So pretty much like side by side, these look almost identical. So the only really noticeable thing that I can really tell about them, I'm actually gonna bring the camera a little bit closer, so I gotta reach over. All right, so I brought you guys closer so you can get a better look. Again, what you can tell from, I'm gonna keep the real one in my left hand, whereas the fake one is gonna be over here. You know, the quick noticeable difference between the two is that the light for the real one, I don't know if it's actually seeable on camera with my lighting. It's actually not lighting up right now. I don't think it has enough charge in the actual case. The AirPods have charge, I promise. This one has a green light. Yeah, they did not charge, unfortunately. I just came back from the gym, so that's probably why. Whereas the fake ones over here, they have a blue light on them. So the real ones are gonna have a green one, while the fake one has a blue light that pops up. And I believe, like, just like the first generation AirPods, it actually has a red light when the case is more towards red and needs to be charged. But there's no power in the case. Yeah, these are the two AirPods right here. So the cases are pretty much identical. Again, other than like the light difference, nobody's really gonna notice that. I said nobody's really gonna notice the light difference unless they own AirPods for themselves, and they'll just say like, hey, like, why is your light blue versus green or red? But you know, just going to the back of the case. So this is the fake one. and then this is the real one right here. So the real one has some lettering on the bottom of that little metal tab, as you can see. And honestly, the buttons are in the same location, but the sound quality of the buttons, I'm gonna press the left one, you can't even hear that. Where I press the right one, it's loud. You can be waking up the whole plane with that. So if your AirPods sound like this, it ain't cutting it. You ain't fooling nobody. But, you know, honestly, the hinges on the back, again, unless somebody was really looking at your case, it's really not that noticeable that the hinges are different on these different AirPods. They're about identical. All I know is that this hinge has a more closed case. It keeps the case more closed. It's not like rigid, it's more sturdy. Whereas with the fake ones, I feel like it's a little bit more shaky. If you see in the back, it looks like I got twisted off a little bit, or on the side too. I can almost twist off a little bit, so it's a little bit loose. These AirPods right here. Just going more into detail about, again, the differences between the two. As far as like the cutting in the middle of that mouth, I mean, they look pretty much identical. Like, you can't really tell the difference. Now, once I open up once you open up the case, this is what it looks like. Again, it looks very identical, but there is actually a clear distinction between the two AirPods. So if you notice the one on the left, it has lettering inside that little, inside that little curve at the top of the case, whereas this one, it does not have any lettering. So it's just like small branding that differentiates the real ones from the fake ones. Honestly, other than that and the way the case closed, they sit in the case pretty much the same way. Like, they're about the same width apart. If you were just curious, they're about the same width apart. I really wouldn't, again, if I was looking at you and you whipped this out in a plane or in a public space, unless I was actually looking, I wouldn't even know that this was the fake one. As far as, the process of putting in your AirPods, again, we have that like a magnetic case. This one does have that little, I think it does. Oh, this one has like a red light. Hold up, I gotta catch it. Yeah, you saw it? Yeah, this one lights up. It's like a light. Your AirPod's not supposed to light up. This one doesn't have a light. Somebody might ask you why your AirPod's lighting up. The fake ones, they come with that luxury of giving you light up charging. So the process of putting it in the case. So this is the real one right here. I'm gonna take out the AirPod and I'm just gonna put it down in there. Goes in, nice little magnetic, pull to put that, nice and neatly in there. And we're gonna do the fake ones. I'm just gonna pull out this left one and just drop it. It's about the same. Like, I feel like the fake one, this is the real one. It's weird, like sound quality, it sounds the same, but this one, you could tell it's like a little bit of a higher grade magnet in this one compared to the fake one. So, I know I sound like I'm making this stuff up, but listen, if you actually drop them in both of these, you would actually feel the difference. And to note, before I get too deep into this area, the weight of them are actually different, whereas these are actually a little more heavier. So they have a little bit more weight to them, whereas the fake ones, yeah, it's just plastic, like literally plastic. And you can tell the magnetic mechanisms in here is very, very low, low quality. So yeah, it's just very light. The fake ones are really light. All right, so the process of taking the AirPods out, what the case looks like without it, that's what the case looks like. Whereas in the fake one, we're gonna compare. It has, the prongs are like right at the bottom. So these prongs, again, this is the fake one. It's obviously noticeable because these are actually in the bottom of the AirPod. So let me actually use my lighting to get that. Yeah, you see that? It's like right at the bottom, whereas these, they're more so in the wall. You can't even notice them. You can kind of see it. I don't know. I just want you to spot all the differences between knowing how you got a real one versus a fake one, or if you just want to see how the two compare to one another. I actually have them on the table right now, and I actually just put them about. And yeah, like as you can see, they're both in my hands. One is the fake one and one is the real one. I actually just gave it away, but they look very identical. Both of these are left AirPods. Hold up. I had a left and a right. I had a right and a right. Oh. So there we go. Just showing you the differences between the two. I think I have them at like the same angle. Just some by side, what they look like in the front versus the back. they're pretty identical. Like again, these are $20 in my in my right hand, $20 AirPod Pros, whereas these are like nearly $200 over here. But they look identical, and I'm pretty sure, like again, if you wore them around in your ear, people would not be able to tell the difference. These are the real ones that I currently do have in ear. You know, as you can see, it actually just turned noise cancellation off. It was just on, so it sounds a little bit weird now. Yeah, that's what they look like. Now we got the fake ones over here. Again, they look pretty much identical. And when you put these in your ear, it actually makes like a not a pretty sounding chime, but a pretty low quality sounding chime. What really makes the difference between these two buds? What actually differentiates between these two? So very important to notice. A really quick thing you can do is the little bud test. So the actual buds for Apple are proprietary. So when I pull this off, maybe this is the fake one. Okay, yeah. I'm going to get that little proprietary, you know, looking speaker right here from Apple. Yeah, it's proprietary. Apple, this is Apple's technology, you know. Not too many buds can do that, or if anything, no bud can do that. But yeah, just click that back on like that. Whereas with the fake one, you take it off. Haven't we all seen this before? You got that little low quality. It reminds me of, I'm not gonna name drop any, you know, cheap headphones that we can find in certain stores, but it reminds you of, you know, those cheap earbuds that you can just typically find in like any type of store, honestly. But yeah, that's a quick difference versus I'm gonna take the real one off again. Having them side by side so you guys can really see the difference. The real one versus the fake one. Again, you could just see like, yo, like this one obviously costs way more than this in my right hand. Yeah, very, very interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to put this back together so I don't lose the pieces or have to buy more expensive buds. So that was easy. You know, Apple's, you just push that on. It's actually easier to put on than take off. Whereas this one, you know, you gotta wrestle to put it on. But yeah, the buds, again, buds are buds. They feel the same. Buds are buds. Kind of all the small details of what makes the real one. So this is the real one right here, and this is the fake one, just side by side. Okay, like the outer speaker sort of looks the same. On a high level, if you had these in your ear, I would not even be able to tell the difference. They honestly look pretty much the same. Very, very identical. You know, if I look at the bottom here, so this one kind of has, you know, R. But yeah, there is like a little R on the fake one it's a little bit darker compared to the real one. Again, they're not noticeable unless you put them side by side, and you're not gonna see, obviously this R is able to pick up way better than the R on Apple, which is right here. You can barely see that. The bottoms pretty much look the same, pretty much the same bottoms. I know there was like some fake ones that had like, I guess like something at the bottom, the ones from Wish on top of it. They're really mimicking the real ones. The only other difference I can really notice, the same indent as the one on Apple. I feel like the one on Apple is a little bit longer. No, they're the same size. They're the same size. They're literally the same size. The only other difference is, again, small subscripting. There's some Apple branding underneath here. It's very faint. It's very hard to see, whereas, again, with the real ones, this one is just left white. There's nothing in this area, whereas with this one, there is some wording underneath there. And I put the real one in the fake case. And then another great example, so I'm just gonna try to do this. They don't fit. So they don't fit in the fake case. Because again, that prong at the bottom, I think is stopping it. So the real ones, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not trying to mess up my real AirPod. Whereas if I took the fake one, this is the fake one, just telling again by the lettering, just off rip, obviously goes in the fake case. This is the fake case. The real one with the real case, can I put them in here? It fits. I don't think they're gonna charge because again the prongs are in two different spots. But it actually will close in my case. I'm gonna take that out because I don't know what's happening. Like, it's a different battery. I don't know how that's gonna react. The fake ones can fit in the real case, but the real ones can't fit in the fake case. And again, I think it's because of the prong locating. The real ones just don't take account for there being a prong at the very bottom. And we're actually gonna see how they pop up against my iPad right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the fake AirPods. And they pop up just, again, like the regular AirPod Pros. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click connect. Boom. Oh, I closed it. And yeah, so I heard this is just like Mac, using just MAC addressing to get this to be able to pop up. Just kind of mimic what the real AirPods are meant to do. So yeah, it's talking about noise control, how to basically use the AirPod Pros. Okay, so actually the ones that look sketchy, the ones that look sketchy, those are actually the real ones. The fake ones are the ones that are just linear and basic. So that's actually really interesting. So I'm connecting right now to the fake AirPod. YouTube, and I'm gonna play some Travis Scott, Goosebumps. Let's see, got bass in it, so okay. It don't sound bad. Yo, go. They don't compare. Sound quality, they do not compare. So if you're buying these and you're buying them for sound quality of the real AirPod Pros, again, I did a sound test with them in my last video. I don't even gotta do it in this video. It's a night and day difference between the fake ones versus the real ones over here. I don't know about these. If I have to rank them, I'm actually gonna bring the old pair in the video just for a second. This is one of the first generation AirPods. They just flipped it, if you actually think about it. Like if I had to rank these versus, again, fake one, first one, and AirPod Pro, it would be in this order. The fake ones, they're worse than the original. So if you really want the AirPod look, but you want some sound quality, get these. Again, they're cheaper than the AirPod Pros. I think they're more worth it than the fake ones. Just the sound, it's a night and day difference. Like it's the headphones that these sound like, and I don't want to call them out in this video. These are not good. They were $20, so they're the sound. That's how they sound. They sound like $20 headphones. Thank you guys for watching this video. It was really fun doing this. I plan to do other videos like this in the future. Probably gonna do a walk around test to see, again, can people really spot the fake AirPod versus the real one. By display, they look about the same, but who knows if anybody else can guess the difference. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're still a growing channel, so just notice that it's sideways. There we go. Oh, there we go. Let me know if you would actually still get the fake AirPod Pros versus the real ones. Let me go with what you guys actually prefer in the description below. And yeah, it is JustJonmckin, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. All right, bye guys.